network. We got our first game. Oh, didn't see that coming. Oh, that good. So I did. Oh wow. They don't have that class because I'll keep this in hand and do it. I won, yes. No card and cool. Let's see who's watching me. Alright, cool. Oh, quick. Hmm? see. Artifact? What's this about? Oh, artifact a preview tournament. Awesome.
Going.
The 8 very cheap items.
Yes.
And with all these ways for him to ramp up gold very quickly, he's going to just want to.
Oh yeah.
Buy through all those cheap items to get his Horn of Alpha as soon as possible.
So he didn't put that wing for him.
He did not.
Okay.
He put a bunch of traveler cloaks, short swords, like that. And I think we'll also have swim joining in for us.
Whoa, you back?
Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm right here. Yeah, no, I'll be, chiming in every once in a while, pointing some out. Should be great.
Yep.
What have we covered so far?
We're kind of going over Life Coach's deck. I think also it would be great to go over some of the basics again. We've got a lot of
More often than not, the deck will win at like mana 12. It's gonna go long.
What he's really looking forward to, he really needs to draw that singleton payday.
Yeah.
That's really going to be the payoff, so to speak, of the deck. Because you've got the 6 tracks. Like you're going to draw like 1 or 2 at least. You draw that payday, the horn, he's going to be there, and that will be how he closes out some of these ones.
Yep.
He's got a decent number of creeps too. He can make his board go relatively wide, and with the Rumus blessings that he has 3 of them at his disposal, he's looking to at least keep his lanes very healthy and ideally push for that chip damage for the win as well.
Yeah, I think we should really talk about some of the basic strategies.
Yeah.
Like we went over the basic mechanics, but not like the fundamental strategies. So draft is a mode that's really kind of exemplified by a lack of mobility because there's no blink daggers typically, unless someone has a good draft. And this means that like when you deploy, you have to think really far ahead.
Yep.
So one of the win conditions in the draft is if you can sacrifice a lane where your opponent has committed to 2 heroes, you can 5v3 the other 2 lanes, and you will typically win by doing that.
Yeah.
So players will be looking for an opportunity to like punish opponents that maybe overcommit to lanes by just sacrificing them, because that's what this game is all about, like the battle win war.
And that's almost like kind of the between like 2 top players. That's like the level 1 thinking strategy for that, because in level 2 becomes I make you think I'm sacrificing them,
exactly.
and then I'm moving my heroes here and there. And he has Dark Sword, a hero that allows you to move other of his own heroes into the right lane. So I think we're going to see Life Coach perhaps employing some of that level 2 tactics, so kind of outthink the opponent as well. We are waiting for the Swiss round to begin. Currently, there is 1 player left still. Trying to finish drafting and building that deck. That player is lower.
Slower than Life Coach.
That player is Dog. He is currently unregistered, so I'm just letting you know. If you
Calling out, Dog.
tweet at Dog. Draft faster.
That's faster.
No, I'm sure he's just finishing his deck. Just real fast. You know, we got a long day. You
Yeah,
thought
there's
12-hour
no-
broadcast. You know, no problem here. We'll
plenty of artifact to go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that point you brought up. Basically, the win condition, right, is taking down any 2 buildings, right? So you typically, I think most games what's the percentage? I think it's like 75% of games, maybe even more, are won by just taking 2 of the
Separate buildings.
separate buildings, not the ancient behind.
Right.
It definitely exceeds 90%.
90%,
Did I
yeah.
say
So
90%?
Yeah,
Okay.
the ancient kill is like it's a secondary win condition that can reward like combo decks that maybe just want to do one lane. But in general, like the ability, it's so much faster because it's a base race, right? You
Yeah.
have to kill them faster than they kill you. And the difference between 80 damage to 2 towers and 120 damage to, you know, the single lane is just, it's momentous.
I say probably with the life coach's deck, I think if he gets an early horn, he probably
Quần áo cho mấy sấy ra rồi gặp con. Hôm nay
Finally, they show it. Oh,
Alright,
come
they're
on.
getting queued. They're pulling up their opponent's deck. They're
Didn't show the
studying it.
game.
They're thinking, you know, okay, what is their win condition? What should I be playing around?
yeah, sometimes even though I know they have hit the ready button, they're
Yeah.
ready to play. I'm not gonna hit the ready button. I gotta download the deck first, you know, and just like memorize the cards.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I still need to find life coach on my PC.
Use, yeah. Just look for the feels good man. It's got
Where's
the
the feels-
emote and everything.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. You're right. It feels good man very easy to find. Okay, I'm gonna look at feels good man's deck and tell you what he's got. All right. So he's playing a 3-color deck, or he or she. Sorry. We got Venomancer, Enchantress, Sorlacan, Prelix, and
Skywrath Mage.
Skywrath Mage.
Ooh.
An interesting spread. So double splashing a Singleton green and a
Yeah.
Singleton black.
Yeah,
Very
typically this
interesting.
is not how tricolor decks are built. Usually it's a 2-2-1. A 3-1-1 is definitely a lot more risky, but in draft it's something that you definitely can do if given the opportunity. Going for the triple blue though, that's a
yeah.
very, very, very risky play because blue is not typically like a 3 of color in draft at least.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for feels good man here, especially against life coach's deck. There's not going to be too many answers as far as I've seen from
Okay,
the heroes.
yeah, so that's the feels. Look, got 2 Slay. Yeah.
Two Slay,
Dimensional
yeah.
portals. Ooh. So this deck is basically going to be predicated around like keeping its heroes alive. Venomancer and Prelix are 2 blue heroes that reward you very, very heavily if they stay alive, because every turn they stay alive, they will generate a new unit, and that is just like uncounterable value over time if they don't die. So what Life Coach is going to be doing is trying to kill Venomancer and Prelix as much as possible, and hopefully try to end the game like a little bit earlier. Overall, it looks like Life Coach's odds are pretty good. I don't think this deck is really too great against
You
his.
think so? Man, I got the complete opposite read. Okay, so
Really?
if you take out the players, right?
Mhm.
If you don't tell me this is life coach
Oh,
versus
yeah.
feels good, man, okay? So, because that kind of changed the odds a little bit.
That's true.
The way I see this deck is that this deck is very good at going wide, and I don't think life coach's deck is good at dealing against the deck going wide.
That's true.
Life coach is really good. Like all of those heroes that we saw just dies to a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Yep.
Straight up, right? And you can track them, you get a lot of gold. But what if they land in front of a creep? What if they land in front of
Oh.
a ward?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I think the board could get really wide for this triple blue.
But
and-
you know, What red hero does Life Coach have?
Got Mazzy.
Mazzy.
Yeah.
There's gonna be. Oh,
So
game is live.
He's got
Going
Assault
into it.
Ladder. Look, okay, so we are ready to join the game. We're
Finally.
live. So let's
Yeah.
hop into the first round. Swiss 1 game. And right from the get-go, Life Coach is going to be our top
finally.
player. And feels good, man. Right now feels really bad as Venomancer gets absolutely sniped on the flop.
Yeah, and if we want to just go into some of Veno's passive ability, if
Sure.
we mouse over that there, Venomous Nature, that's going to summon a Plague Ward into Venomancer's lane each deployment phase. So since Veno is going to die, he's not going to be able to do that, but that Veno Plague Ward is going to be a 1/3 unit that does 2 piercing damage to any of its neighbors.
Yeah, hopefully throughout the game, Venom will survive. And we can actually see the Plague Ward in action. So you can see that I pulled up the ability to look at both players' deck. So anytime that you guys want to look at any card, just let me know, and I'll hover over them and give you guys the ability to see them.
Yeah, now that we're in our first game, I think it'd be good to zoom out too to show
Yeah.
everyone the board. As you can see, 3 lanes. And these are the flop heroes that both our players have chosen.
So is this Janata right? Gonna proc. Here we go. This is
50%.
it.
Oh, there it is.
That's a proc, and that's going to be the easy track that's going to get casted. Plus
Yep.
10 bounty. So, like I said, it's not uncommon for a bounty hunter deck to end with an absurd amount of gold at end turn 1. So when he gets the kill, Life Coach will have 20 gold.
Look at that.
That's
Gold
a
just goes up.
lot of gold.
Yep, that's almost enough already to buy that Horn of the Alpha.
And this is the shopping phase now. We're currently seeing Feels Good Man's perspective of the shop.
Yep.
But Life Coach is also seeing his own version of the shop, and he's looking for buying those early items that he put into his deck, and then hopefully getting that Horn of Alpha out early.
Yeah, so at 20 gold, I think it's a very interesting decision whether you spend a majority of that money
Mm-hmm.
or you just spend very few of it and just save for that horn.
Save
Because
for the horn.
the
yeah.
horn is the win condition of the deck. So we'll see what Life Coach ends up doing.
Feels Good Man is now in the hero deployment stage, and you can see Life Coach is choosing to put his Magnus in the mid lane, and Feels Good Man wants to put that Prelix in the first lane.
This is a very risky Prelix
Very
deployment.
risky Prelix.
50-50 into Mazzy with no answer.
There-
And
Ooh,
there
that
it is
is
right into
rough.
Mazzy.
Not
Well,
like
I mean, you couldn't put it in the last lane either, right, for Feels Good Man, because that would have been 100% bounty kill as well. So it's a tough situation here for Feels Good Man, and that's I think kind of what you were getting at, Swim, earlier. The heroes are just super weak,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
if you fall behind like this, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and I mean, Prelix and Venomancer are ridiculously strong if they don't get killed, but they provide no value if they just die over and over again, and that looks like it's gearing up to kind of be the pace of this game.
Okay.
Life Coach already has 26 gold, which is enough for him to buy a Horn of the Alpha if he sees it in his shop the next turn.
He has the other track here as well.
Really bad here.
So it
for
feels bad, man.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. All right, here comes the track. Now, with the Aghanim Sanctum, which basically will refresh your 4 mana here, you could technically cast 2 spells. You could go Tyler Estate, which now shrinks one of Life Coach's mana, and then now refreshes to cast a different spell. Let's see if there's any good gank targets. Not particularly, right? So maybe you could cast a Slay. This is not looking like a powerful turn for Feels Good Man.
No. Although it would be great to go into that improvement a little bit too.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
That came from the first lane when there was Prelix there. Prelix, a blue hero, so you cast blue improvements, but you don't have to cast in the same lane you're in. You could kind of play it downstream, as a keyword, as we call it. So he played it downstream, and now he will gank. So
Takes out the bounty in the last lane, but Gank is a cross lane card, so Sorla's going to die anyways to the Magnus, so he figures he may as well take down a hero.
Yeah, it's really noteworthy. When you kill a hero before it has the opportunity to react, either with initiative or from an earlier lane, you lock him out of the mana. Like, Life Coach cannot spend this 4 mana because he has no heroes there.
yeah, well, he could spend his 43 gold. Let me tell you that. He's got money. And look at that.
He's already buying things.
Is he gonna find a horn? Is the question.
There he is. It's already there.
It's there. It's there. And I wonder which lane he's gonna actually throw it into. Ooh, I like this. You put the Darks in the first lane, which allows you to surge the Mazzy to wherever you need it to go. So
Yep, and Surge is Darkseer's active ability. If you
Yeah.
see it on his card there, it's a 2 turn cooldown, so he's able to move that Mazzy to another lane, and then 2 turns later he can also move another unit.
I think an interesting play here for Life Coach is to equip that Horn of the Alpha onto Mazzy, activate it here, get a big beast, and then you surge it to a different lane. And then you could cast that Horn of the Alpha active again later on as well. So we'll see what he ends up doing.
Our Feels Good Man does have Slay in hand.
Okay.
So once that Horn of the Alpha comes out, and let's talk about what Horn of the Alpha does, because I don't
yeah,
think we've even
we'll keep
gone over
mentioning
that.
Horn of the
So
Alpha.
Horn of the Alpha, great card. 4 health to a equipped hero, but it has an active where every 2 turns you can summon a Thunderhead pack, which is a 14/14 beefy beast
Yeah, with Siege.
with Siege. Siege basically only procs when there is a unit directly in front of the card or creep, and it does building damage regardless.
Yeah, so it's either going to hit you for 14 or 6,
six.
which is either case is like pretty bad for you. So looks like we have a lot of item equipments kind of trading back and forth. And here comes that big horn.
There it is.
One of the sweetest animation, I have to say.
Yeah.
When it gets activated. We'll see if he activates it here.
May as well.
And I think it's exactly as you said, Lumi. I think
Yeah.
that surge is going to be pushing Mazzy to the right lane. If not now, then at least a little
At
bit
least later, right?
Yes.
And you can see since the Thunderhead pack was blocked, he does that 6 siege damage instead and takes out that satyr.
Yeah. Right here, I think we could see some of the issues of having a 3-color deck. You can see that there's a lot of mana available to Feels Good Man, right? Like he has Sanctum available, but just not having the right color at the right lanes. And this is a downfall of the 3-color deck if you're just not having the right heroes at the right time.
And specifically the Black Splash as well. You mentioned Slay as a great counter to Thunderhide, and it is, but you only have 1 black hero, so you
Yeah.
have only 1
Yep.
lane to cast it on, which means that the Sorla will pretty much have to deploy left to counter the first Thunderhide, but Darkseer will just be able to move and play it on a different lane where it can't be answered.
A good kind of saving grace here right now for Feels Good Man is that he's got an uncontested final lane with the Venomancer here. So we are going to see them Banana Mancer wards.
Bananas will start coming
Yeah.
each turn as long as Veno's alive.
They're not actually called bananas, but we like to colloquially refer them to as bananas.
You see the Skyrath active being floated there, deciding to save it for a later.
Yeah, that was confusing. Let's do it real, boy. Oh. What? How did he? Wait. What? How did he? What? How did he take my? Alright, I won. GG. Chat or rioting?
Modify a hero. So you don't get a permanent effect because once that creep dies, it's just gone forever.
Yep.
But you know, in that case, it traded for it actually was able to kill a creep. So a good use of life coach's resource.
Yeah, and going over that keyword to modify, it means it's permanent. So you can see that that creep in the mid lane still has an ion shell.
Yeah, for
until he
example,
dies.
we saw a modification earlier.
Anyway, continue. We're keeping this because of the card that I created yesterday. I mean, I created that for last week top 10s. Top 10s. Top 10. Wow, rush match. And we just attack with him himself. With Warlock himself. Okay, nothing happened. Oh wow. There's so much health. I'll play one more. Wait, what? You can actually attack with it and then it trigger the ability? Wow, that's cheap. I'm gonna report that actually. Nothing much. A lot of damage. Okay. No. I got one. Wow. This. This. Come on, win. Okay. That didn't work, so try more. I won. GG. I think that should be all, guys. Thank you for watching and goodbye.